Hey! Oh my god, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you there. Hey, I'm Richard from Professor Suda's class. We have nutrition class together, remember? You don't? I'm the one who invited you. For our recipe assignment? Yeah, it's due, like, right now. But I'm glad you can make it. Do you remember where you are? You don't? You're in China. Come on, I know a good dim sum place we can go to. I'll be your tour guide for like 2 minutes. Man, this place is packed. But I'm glad we found a seat. You see, the real reason why I invited you here is so you can experience the Chinese culture. However, I only got enough money for one dish. Let's see, what to buy? Oh, I know. Steamed baby back ribs. They're my favorite, and I think it'll be interesting to you. Oh, here it is. Good thing the servers can read our minds. Look at that. It's extremely tender and it goes extremely well with rice. But the real reason why it's so interesting to me is because of how it's made. Let me show you. First you need pork ribs and some baking soda. Why baking soda, you ask? Well, the traditional way of making steamed pork ribs is putting them in a literal washing machine with some alkaline water. This depletes the myoglobin, the protein that makes meat red, making it nice and white. And since baking soda makes the pH higher, it makes the water more basic. So after you mix in a liter of water and about a teaspoon of baking soda, just leave it in for about 15 minutes. Next you rinse. Next add 1 clove of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon, 2 tablespoons of sugar, half teaspoon of white pepper, 10 grams of fermented black beans. It's optional, by the way. You mix them. After you let them marinate overnight, you add 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. You add a tablespoon of peanut oil and a half tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. After you let them mix, you're ready to put them on the steamer. Put them in plates with vegetables and add a little bit of sesame oil and you're ready to put them on the steamer for about 15 minutes. See? It's easy, right? There are a couple ways to make it healthier, like not using the oils and adding it on a bed of lettuce or just some rice. But what's really cool about this dish is that it shows the ingenuity of the chefs that made this dish. We also learned that we can use baking soda in very creative ways. We can use it to take away the color of certain meats and also make it more tender with cornstarch. Okay, I didn't want to tell you this, but I accidentally just brought US money instead. We should probably get out of here.